Watching these thoughts as they're occurring to me, I'm reading something about I'm reading something that I wrote, um the audacity to call for change. And I think it's going to be an ebook. I'm writing it because I have become really present to the thought around um these powerhouse women who are born and called at the level of their DNA to be influential voices, prominent, powerful, influential voices in their organization, their industry, and their field at such a time as this, but they don't feel like they're part of the in crowd. They don't feel like they're part of, they don't, their face doesn't fit, like they don't look they like they belong. They belong like they belong in the influential group, you know? Like basically they don't feel like their voice really matters. Like people really take them seriously. Like they look like the dominant voices or sound like the dominant voices. In fact, they don't. They don't look like the dominant voices. They don't sound like the dominant, they don't look like the dominant leaders, and they don't sound like the dominant voices. That's it. And this whatever it is I'm creating it for you because um the thing the idea that made me click record is that I realized that I feel like I'm in that category myself, that I've always known that I'm powerful. I've become more and more and more and more present to the truth that I'm called to change the world somehow, that I'm called to be audaciously calling for change. And I also identify with being out of the in crowd, not aligned with the dominant voices, not really invited to the party, not invited to the panels and the big do's around diversity and inclusion and you know, just just closing the inequality gap. Like my voice is not one of the prestigious ones right now. And so I'm click recall because maybe you identify with that. Maybe you identify with um, maybe you identify with the call on your life to make a huge difference. Like you sense that your ideas are like extraordinary. Like you are receiving through your experience in your field, through your life experiences. So where your life experiences, your professional experiences, and your identity, the call on your life as a leader, as a change maker, collide, and you are waking up to the idea of what needs to happen for the world, your world, to get better, for your field to have a much better, much a transformed impact on society, on people, on the planet, on future generations. You see, you understand, you have a vision, you carry knowing, you carry deep knowing about what needs to happen. You have ideas and insights and intellectual conclusions and approaches, even ideas for new approaches that are really going to make a difference in how your organization, your industry, your field hits the thing. It's just that you're a nobody in your field. You're not really, yeah. As I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about how I used to see the sign in my church. My church had a sign that said where every it called the name of the church, and it said where everybody is somebody. And I would often see that sign and be asking myself, how can I be part of a house where everybody is somebody, feeling like a complete nobody? It's not like I'm a nobody in God's eyes or in my own eyes. It's just that I didn't feel like I was somebody in the world's eyes, in the people's eyes. It's like there were in people, and then there was, people who were at the back or invisible. And I felt like that. I felt like being in that crowd. Still do to many, in many ways. But that doesn't negate the truth that we are called to change our world in the way that we are called to change our world. it doesn't change that we were born for prominence, powerful prominence in our space. And that if we don't embrace this call, if we don't embrace this about who we really are, it's painful to not be incongruent. It's painful to not giving your truest expression, showing up as the most powerful you. So there's work to do. There's work to do to prepare for prominence. There's work to do to prepare for the audacity, to develop the audacity to call for the change that you were born to bring and lead when you don't feel like your audience is there ready to receive you, when you don't feel like your industry recognizes you as the one or the voice or a serious contender in the bringing forth of new ideas. And this is what I'm so excited about. This is what I'm so excited about. There was something that I wanted to say when I pressed record that I'm not sure if I've said it yet. Something about the journey that I've been on to get to here, where I just want to honor who I am. I just want to honor the call on my life. I just want to honor the people who my work will touch. I just want to honor all of that. I don't want, and I can't keep thinking about how much I don't look like the dominant voices or sound like the dominant voices. I can't keep working out who's going to like what I say or who's not going to like it or who's going to let me or who's not going to let me. I don't need permission. I can give myself permission. You can give yourself permission to show up and speak up and prepare to be prominent. You don't need they're not the ones who will open the door for you. You're divinely called, and so doors will divinely open. So we need to get on with it. You know, one of the things that I don't know how this fits in, but when I pressed record, I think this was on my mind, that part of what I've had to do is stop trying to get in with the in crowd. Stop trying to curry favor with the in crowd and just start being you. Just start speaking your truth. Just start building your audience. Just start sharing your ideas and insights. Just make a start. Just make a start. Because you don't have to weasel your way into the in crowd for your message to change your world. Your message is you were born to carry this message and to birth it, and that's your job. The impact that it has in the world is not your job. That's God's job. The impact that it's going to have on the hearts and the minds of the people that you want to influence, that's not your job. Your job is to master your message, your power, your authority to show up as you. To be to be ready for when the doors open, to be ready to seize the opportunities to speak your truth. You need to be developing your ideas, developing your insights, receiving them and packaging them, organizing them, ready to share. This is the job of us who don't, no, we're not in the in crowd, but we are born to change our world. We're not in with the in crowd, but we are born to influence. You might not be in with the in crowd, but you are born to change your world. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.